What's up, comic fans? It is time to investigate the comics coming out this week. So let's do a little preview of what's coming out. Let's get into the comics right after this. All right, welcome back. We're going to get into those comics. Not a lot out there this week that I'm looking at, but let's change it up today. I'm going to give you my 3 books that I'm looking to speculate on. So, speculators, we're getting to you first this week. So, first off, we've got Future State Teen Titans #1, the second printing. This is popping because, as you see, Red X is on the cover. This will probably be a quick flip. So, you get this. If you're a speculator, go ahead and sell it. Now, if you're not a speculator, but you like Red X and you like this new version of the Teen Titans, I'd say go ahead and grab one of these too, because this could also be a long haul type of scenario. As we've seen, second, third printings oftentimes go for a lot of money. This one though, there's probably a lot of copies out there, so I don't think that'll be the case. Either way, I like the cover. These covers have been pretty cool, and that is spec #1 for this week. Spec #2, there is a theme. Here we have Future State Teen Titans #2, the cardstock variant edition. This is the cover B. This is Dustin Nguyen, and that is Red X in color on the cover. I also just think this is a dope cover, so definitely worth a look. Go ahead, pick that up if you're specking. This one is probably going for 4 to 5 times cover, so it's got a $4.99 price tag, and it's probably selling for $20 to $30 on eBay right now. So definitely worth a grab. Last but not least, Star Wars Darth Vader #10. This series has been chock full of spec books, and this one makes the list. #3, dope cover. This one, we have Darth Vader traveling to a planet. This is a new planet that's going to be introduced to the universe. It's kind of where Darth Sidious draws his power from. So there's a little spec in that, but also this is just a dope cover. And you can really see how it's kind of a body horror Darth Vader comic. So you can really see how he's just been manipulated by the Emperor. So Darth Sidious has really messed with him. If you're looking at him, Darth Vader's got all sorts of parts, replacing his original equipment, and he's finally got a lightsaber back. The Emperor took away his toys as well. So this has been a really fun series to read, and that is my speculation, or my 3 specs for this week. I'm gonna try to give you guys 3 specs every week, no more, no less, just 3. And at the end of the year, we'll see what hit and what did not. All right, guys, so let's get into the books. Let's look at Image this week. And what do we got from Image? First off, we've got Haha #1, second printing. Really good book, guys. It was fun. This is an anthology series, so every issue will be something different. This is still the first issue, just the second printing. I like this cover. And yeah, if you missed it the first time, I definitely recommend picking it up this time. All right, moving on, we got Homesick Pilots. There's 3 covers out this week. This is another really good series. If you're into horror books, I recommend you pick this up, especially the haunted house type. Puts a really good spin on the haunted house horror book. It looks like in this issue, the other characters, the other homesick pilots, not Amy, she's kind of the person who the house has chosen to kind of be her repo man, we'll say, to collect items that have been taken from the house. Looks like her buddies, the rest of the band, are trying to get Amy out of the house, and the house doesn't want them to find her, so the house is going to play all sorts of ruckus with them. We'll see what the house does to them. That's cover A. This is cover B. That is out of VHS tape. Yes, it is. Some people don't even know what a VH tape is anymore. And this is cover C. All right. So I'm probably going to stick with cover A, but cover B is also pretty dope. So we're going to do one of those. All right. I'm going to keep it moving. Radiant Black is getting a lot of buzz. It's not on my pull list, but it's a slow week, so maybe I'll pick it up. I've heard good and bad things. Apparently Image thinks this book will be big, but a lot of the reviews right now are saying that it's a little off. The first issue is just not exciting. It's a little clunky. It's not working, but there's hope for the series. So this is appearing though on a lot of people's radar because of Kyle Higgins, the writer, and Marcelo Costa, the artist. Both guys pretty much have a nice following, and so this is generating heat for the book. So yeah, looking at the cover looks really cool. Looks like it's going to be one of those lovable loser type stories. Man in his 30s going home to live with his parents, down in his luck, 2 jobs, rising debt, and he finds this cosmic suit that kind of changes his outlook, his fortunes. And the people who the suit belongs to, some cosmic beings, they're going to be looking for their suit back. Here you go, cover B. That's pretty cool. Looks like the guy will be able to fly. And cover C is just a black and white. All right, we got Undiscovered Country, really good series. Charles Soule, Scott Snyder, Giuseppe Camunculi has been on it since issue 1 as the artist. It's a really good book. It's kind of entered this horrific tech-infused world with Unity. This will be the conclusion of this story arc with Unity. And yeah, so far so good. This will be the second arc of the book that'll be ending, so then they'll be entering a third arc. Here's cover B, and basically what you get on top is the original person or being that the group was introduced to, and then kind of the mirror image of what she's turned into. So this land that they've landed in hasn't exactly been all they thought it would be. And there's some t-shirts. There you go, guys, if you want a t-shirt. All right, from Dark Horse, not much out there, but I do want to bring up Fear Case number 1. Literally came out last week. Here is Fear Case number 1, the second printing. If you missed out last week, I recommend you go get this book. Very, very good. Very reminiscent of Department of Truth. It's in that same vein. So I would definitely recommend that book. I already got the first printing, so I'll probably stay away from the second printing. But for those of you who missed the first printing, there is a second printing out there. We'll just take a look at the IDW books this week. There's nothing I'm picking up, so we'll just keep it moving. All right, Marvel Comics. We've got Amazing Spider-Man number 59. Guys, I've been on this series since issue 1. That's why I keep picking it up. It's hard to let Spider-Man go. But what I will say about this issue is, if you read the preview, it says Mr. Negative is back and wants only one thing, Martin Lee. But how is this possible? And that's because Mr. Negative and Martin Lee are supposed to be the same person. So if this preview is telling us anything, it's that they have separated. And for that reason, this might be a book worth picking up just to find out how that happens. So you see there's a couple of covers. There's a Mech Strike variant and a Masterworks variant. Captain America has a pretty cool cover for its trade paperback, volume 4. Keep it moving. Daredevil number 27 is a King in Black tie-in. I liked the way they tied in the last issue. I will be picking this up. We've got Elektra on the cover and a whole bunch of symbiotes. All right, keeping it moving. Eternals not reading Eternals, probably won't pick this up, but you got Thanos versus Icarus. So that seems like it could be a cool thing. And you got some other covers for Eternals. Not as many as issue 1, which literally had like 30 plus covers. X-Men fans, there's Excalibur out there. We got some Fantastic Four, King of Black fans. King of Black #1, second print. The Stegman variant. That's a pretty cool cover. Don't know if I want to spend $5.99 on another cover, but hey, if you haven't read the series, I recommend it, and that is a good cover to pick up. We're going to keep it moving. King of Black #2, second printing. King of Black, Black Panther #1. Couple of cool covers there. Thunderbolts #2. That's King of Black tie-in. All right, you got Morbius, Bond of Blood #1. Here's some more books. Here's one of the books that I am picking up this week, Darth Vader #10. Just an awesome cover. I will be getting that. I love this like body horror story that they're telling with Darth Vader as he's on his way to get some revenge against Emperor Palpatine, Darth Sidious. All right. Got Star Wars High Republic #1, third printing. First and second printing both went pretty quickly. So here's the third printing. Don't know the numbers on this one, but that might be a book worth speculating on, guys. Also, I hear the story is just very well told. Very good. X-Men fans, there's some Wolverine, there's some X-Factor, and there's some X-Force this week. All right, Dynamite. We usually just scroll through Dynamite real quick. I just want to give Lucio Perillo a shout out. I know what you're thinking about this cover, guys, but just look at the detail, the shadowing, the musculature. There's a lot of things in there besides for the sexuality that are really cool and shows his technique as an artist is pretty top notch. All right, keep going. You know, some Red Sonja, some Vampirella. Very cool. Boom Studios doesn't have much this week. They just got a trade. Cool. And then the rest of the comics. The only one I'm looking at is from AWA Studios, Erratic #3. It's been a fun series. So it's been a fun tale. It's about this, guy, lovable loser, Oliver Leaf. Very much in that vein of, the classic Spider-Man tale. Kind of nerdy kid in school. And his only caveat is he only has these powers for 10 minutes. And it seems like there's a entity at the school, a teacher who also has some evil powers of mind control. And there's also seems to be like a government crackdown on these kind of beings. So it's fun. It's a good series. I've been reading it. All right. We're going to get into DC this week. We got Dark Detective, Future State #3. And it looks like we're having Bruce Wayne meeting the Batman. This should be a really fun book. You got Luke Fox, the new Batman, and Bruce Wayne, the original Batman, the OG Batman. We'll see. We're going to see if they're going to fight or, help each other out. But it should be a good book. That should be a good one to look at. It's really not much more from DC. You got Teen Titans #2. It's got a whole new Teen Titan team. Probably worth a look. And that's it. That's all I got for you folks. So thank you for joining me. Remember, hit that like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell, especially if you like the content. And go ahead and share this with your friends, buddies, if you think they'll enjoy it, if you think it's worth it. Thank you again for joining me. Do what you do. I'm going to do what I do. I'm going to go make my list, and I'm going to go get some comics this week. Peace!